Welcome, everybody. Let's get this party started. Wait. Here we go.
Tyler Perry, born Emmett Tyler Perry Jr., had contacted me.
What are the chances of you dating your favorite celebrity? We all have grown up to crush on a famous singer or actor, but what are the odds of them falling in love with us? Today, we delve into an internet relationship with a woman named Nikki who claims to be in an online relationship with the famous director Tyler Perry. In her mind, there is no way that he could possibly be a scam fish. Let's jump into this.
Oops, I almost did it again. Camo, I almost did it again. I had the mute button. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes, everybody. Oh, yeah, Phoenix Soul says, oh, hell no. Yeah, we got another one. Let me start. Oh, ladies, why must you chase the dog? Here we go.
This man, Tyler Perry, born Emmett Tyler Perry Jr., had contacted me.
What are the chances of you dating your favorite celebrity? We all have grown up to crush on a famous singer or actor, but what are the odds of them falling in love with us? Today, we delve into an internet relationship with a woman named Nikki who claims to be in an online relationship with the famous director Tyler Perry. In her mind, there is no way that he could possibly be a scam fish. Let's jump into this.
They think I'm crazy. I said, whatever. Good. Y'all can think I'm crazy. Because when the time comes, I'm going to just shake my head and say, thank you, Jesus.
Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Wow, do y'all
Your
hear
comment
this?
and like
Y'all
could
hearing
help
this?
stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it.
My name is Nikki Kyles.
Hi, Nikki. Everybody say hi to Nikki. Right? Hi, Nikki in the chat. Oh, man. I mean, let's see what Nikki has to say. Let's see what Nikki has to say. Let's be nice.
I am from Florida. I'm 42 now. I have two beautiful children, 18 and 9. 2 baby daddies, been married twice already. Both of my ex-husbands, they're married, and I thank God for that because they don't have to bother me. And we all have a cordial relationship. I'm a minister also. That's why you see me in church. This is like my peaceful place.
Do you have any hobbies or things you like to do in your free time outside of ministry?
I love spending time with my family. And I love the beach also.
She seems like a good person. She seems like a genuinely good person. Phoenix, damn, a Florida woman.
That's my quiet time. I sit on the sand and just me and the Lord be talking and whatnot. God is he is really faithful to me, like really, really. But I'm one of those women, men always want to marry me for some reason. And I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. And I said, just because I don't wear makeup and I just keep it 100 with you, listen, certain things I just don't deal with.
So what did you reach out to our team for?
This man, Tyler Perry, born Emmett Tyler Perry Jr., had contacted me on June 22nd, 2023.
Hey, how are you? Out of the blue, Tyler Perry. Now, this is the thing that gets me. She probably could have found out where he was at or whether he was capable of even writing this message. I think he's even he's not so famous that you can't really, I mean, he's very famous, but he's not so famous to me that you can't just contact him and go, hey, dude, is this really you? Did you really contact me?
How was your experience with this person online dating? So tell us how.
I don't even, they don't know online. Oh, honey, I am. Can you see? Do you see me? I do not need to date online. I don't.
Oh man, Indiana Mom says this. I understand the woman who was catfished by Chris Brown, but who would want to even be fake? Who would want a fake TP Tyler Perry as a catfish? Gross, cringe, itchy eyeballs. Oh my god, itchy eyeballs. Phoenix says,
need to date. I know how to socialize with people. Everyday men try to talk. I had to turn their black asses down. I have a standard.
So where did he reach out to you from? And then
Instagram, and was like, oh, he want to reach out to some of his fans. I said, listen, I'm not a fan. I don't watch it. I have not paid none of your bills. I don't even own a TV. So why you trying to reach out to me? I know I have made some comments on your page before because I really feel that a man should not be wearing a dress. No offense to somebody, no offense. But if you're a celebrity, you're a black man, and you're wearing a dress, that is not right. Maybe you.
Hey, she might have a point there. I'm telling you, she's kind of growing on me a little bit.
Upset about that. I don't know. What? Why are you reaching out to me?
I'm actually a pretty big Tyler Perry fan, which is funny because I actually love all his movies. But I'm curious because it sounds like you went straight to the point and told him, hey, look, like I'm not a fan of yours. How did he take that?
I tell him I deal with all professional people. Like, he a billionaire. I deal with people that had more than him. Okay, what's your point? It's just you a nobody.
This is crazy. Go to the lady in the house. I can spot a mammy from a mile away.
We live in a real world. We don't live in a box. You in a box right now, but when you pull out that box, you know what happened? You a person. So I just treat him like a damn person, basically. So the conversation, kind of.
Doesn't it seem weird that how sensible she seems? Like as far as like not the whole idea, but kind of just like how she is. She doesn't seem like she'd be somebody who'd get catfish. She just doesn't seem like that's what that
lingered on more. But then we just kind of started a conversation, and he started calling me baby. I'm like, listen, I'm not your baby. I don't know. You didn't have me, and so unless you gonna marry me, but you can't call me. I'm sorry, you don't have to prove it.
What did yours and Tyler's conversations look like?
I could say he's a very loving person.
Because he wrote that? Oh, come on.
Every now and then, he sent me little butterflies, like online from our messenger or from my phone to his phone. And it's just like I can just feel, those little butterflies inside of me. He has a way of calming me down. I had a situation with my second husband. I told Tyler, I'm like, listen, this is what's going on with my son. I'm angry. But he said, listen, you got to calm down. Calm down. It's going to be okay. So I had to do a breather, like, and I would just relax. So he know how to, say those words and just.
What do you and Tyler have in common?
We have a lot in common, like really a lot in common. Me and him got the same birthday. Yeah. Very strange, right? He know how to apologize. I know how to apologize. I'm not going to go to bed angry. He not going to go to bed angry. I want a daughter. He wants a daughter. He already got the name. And I'm like, Lisa is good. Lisa Perry. I can accept. That's fine. Every day he prayed. At a certain time, his prayer hour. And I always tell him, pray for me.
Does he have any other nicknames for you? Or
sometimes I call him honey. Oh, he called me queen too. I said, when I get to you, I'm going to just like claw you, Forgive me. Lord, I know I'm in church. You all supposed to be talking like this. This is why I came in here, Lord, because I'm just giving it all to you, Lord. Just thank you.
Oh, man. I mean, it just seems like, it just seems, thank you, Indiana Mom. it just seems like I'm kind of fooled by her. She seems down to earth simple, but no. But she seems, yeah, she kind of has, I agree with what Phoenix Soul was saying. She got a big ego. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. She delulu as F, bless it.
For the past 13 years, ever since 2008, right? I've been having all these dreams about this man. Like, why does he keep popping in my dream? I don't know why, but God knows. I had a dream that I was at this park. This black car drove past, and I didn't pay no mind. Then it came back again, and it bought some flowers and a card, and it said Tyler Perry.
Wow, this is a dream, I guess he's having. Welcome, King Lucifer. Millie Pop in the house. Camo is in the house, kicking caskets. Miss RV's asleep. She probably at sleep, just getting home from work. Indiana Mom in the house. Golden Lady, Golden Lady, Golden Lady. Okay, that's Stevie Wonder, I think. Anyway, Phoenix Soul is in the house. And that's everybody. If you're in the house, everybody, just go ahead and put some in the chat so I can see your conscious mind love in the house as well. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
One, I'm not a fan, so I really did not know who the gentleman was. And I kind of like brushed it off to the side. And then the next scene, I'm at the church. Me and this individual getting married.
Okay, that's interesting. I can understand why she's not a fan. Let's go over some of his greatest hits. Here we go. Tyler, dialing up. Tyler, where you are? Not there. Where? Okay. Let's see where I put Tyler at. Where are you at? There we go. Okay. There we go. Here we go.
Listen, a lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. Let
me pause this because I know. Get your drinks now. Get your drinks now. Here we go.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part. So he
just said black women but for the most part, are making more money than the black men. But then the black men in the Manosphere, they don't say that, do they? But now they were all agreeing with Tyler about this crap, weren't they? See, the thing is that men support, and the things that people support in general will tell you about them. So it will tell you how they truly believe about things. And a lot of times those things will contradict each other.
Black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath
you. Whose gift? You have a gift not to make money? Okay, let me tell you how this works. Usually men that are loving, caring, and engaging and responsible, almost 9 times out of 10, they're going to be financially responsible as well, which means they know how to count, which means they know what kind of job they have to have the kind of life they want to have. With that said, that's basically how you know that there's a mismatch here. He's talking about basically men that would be seen in today's society as unicorns. They don't really exist. Irresponsible men, they're usually shitty people. And I mean, I'm talking like 9 times out of 10. It just works out that way. So the fact that he's trying to catfish
Ever job. And is a good man.
Let me play it from
Out
the
of women.
beginning. I'm going to
Listen,
see. This is a double catfish tonight. This is a double catfish, and I'll tell you why. First, you're watching a woman get catfished on the Catfish show. But you can see how she is making magic in her mind. I heard somebody say, making magic in her mind. And the problem with what Tyler Perry is saying is very dangerous, a very dangerous notion. And it's one of the parts of the propaganda of telling black women to settle, but all other women don't have to. They didn't tell you that shit, did they? How many black men have you seen make other cultures of women settle? Other cultures of women might settle because every time they get with a black man, they end up with a biracial baby and no black man. But for the most part, they don't ask that woman to settle. They don't ask women out of their race to settle. But they ask black women to settle because they are black men and their self-esteem is in the basement. Because if your self-esteem is not in the basement, the last thing you're going to do is try to make somebody settle for you. You're looking for somebody who is equally yoked at you, as every other culture says. Equally yoked. There's no way a guy who has all the romantic qualities, all the interpersonal qualities taken care of, barely have the money to pay a light bill. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's like there's no cars, automobiles built which there's 2.5 wheels. They just don't, it wouldn't work.
A lot of women, especially black women, and I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. Right?
Okay, so black women are making a lot more money. Okay, let's listen again.
For the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. Black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right?
Right. Okay, so black women are making more money for the most part than black men. Okay, so we got that down. So if that's the case, right? What's the problem? If black women are making more money than most black men, right? From Tyler Perry's point of view, whether it is right or wrong, we won't even go into it. We'll just take him on his word, right? Then what's the problem? What is the problem? The problem is that black men are not making as much as black women, according to Tyler Perry. And if that's the case, who needs to step up? What, you want black women to make less? You want them to, instead of going in for work for 8 hours, go in for 4 hours? See, this is the funny part. I love this. After the fact, I love this after the fact, after the hype is gone, conversations. Because then, you can pick up on things that were missed. And one of the things that were missed was this. Black men in the Manosphere were championing Tyler Perry for saying this. But what I've been argued many times on this channel They'll say that, oh no, black men make more than black women make more than black women. If that's the case, then if black men make more than black women, I got a checkmate here. That's what I'm getting to. If black men, according to the Manosphere, makes more money than black women, then why do black women have to settle? Gotcha real good. Got you real good. So do you want to believe me or do you want to believe Tyler? Fellas, I don't care. Take your pick. It's checkmate either way. I got you either way. Let me play it one more time.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black.
So you heard what Tyler said. So what you guys want to do, what the Manosphere wants to do is mute what he just said and then go by what he's about to say now. Here we go.
Black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
No, this is a problem with what he said right there. Women, black women, mostly, tried that shit. That's where the ride or die theory back in the 90s was, right? You saw what happened. You saw what happened. It didn't turn out well for black women. They tried the ride or die shit. Let me go back here again.
And is a good man and is good to you and honors. The
problem is that they're not good men and they're not good to them. The kind of men that are usually men that are financially irresponsible are the same men that put hands and feet on women. They just are. They're bad with money and they're bad in relationships. Welcome, producer Miss RV in the house. Indiana Mom's in the house. Camel's in the house. King Lucifer's in the house. New Diamond is in the house. Fiona is in the house. Millie Pop is in the house. Indiana Mom is in the house. We got everybody up in here. Golden Lady is in the house. Conscious Mind Love is in the house. Phoenix Soul is in the house. We got a party going on in here, folks. We got a party. Quita is in the house. Quita, we going over some nonsense right now. We going over some nonsense. Here we go.
Black women are making a lot more money for the most part.
He didn't only say making more money than black men. He said a lot more money than black men. You want to hear it again, folks? Here we go.
In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part, black women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your worth.
Wait a minute. Okay. So he put a lot in there. So this is what we got. Tyler Perry believes that black women make a lot more money, not more money, a lot more money than black men. Okay? He said that. That's what came out of his mouth in this video. Then he wants black women to clearly settle, because when you mean a lot more money to me isn't just like, a $5 or $10 difference. Like the man's not making, I mean, if the woman's making 57 and then the man is making 55, that's not even really anything to look at, really. We're looking at that Tyler is saying the man can barely pay the light bill. So basically he's making like, she's making 60 and he's making 20. Legs for life in the house. Usually when a guy can only make 20K a year or whatever, I'm sorry, but there's something wrong with him. There's something wrong. I hate to be blunt. As a man, I hate to be blunt. Especially if you're in your mids, right? If all you've been making is 20, there might be a mental issue going on. And that's where the loving and treating this is a unicorn part right here.
If that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can because his gift
there just aren't men. I'm telling you right now, I work around men all day, every day for what? Going on 50 years. Okay? Men that he is describing they're just too efficient to be making a light bill a month. New Diamond breaks it down. Hell, they can't even afford a motel when they want to F. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yep. You nailed it, King Lucifer. There is a large number of average minimum wage working people that are reproducing, which is asinine. Wow. And this is so true.
Not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you.
Yeah.
That's somebody who came to love you at your word.
No.
Right?
No. Ladies, don't think like that. I thought men were supposed to provide, right? That's what Kevin Samuel said. See, these guys like to dance around topics. The Manosphere likes to dance around topics. So first they said they made more money than black women. So because basically that's their high value man theory, right? Is that, well, if you're a high value man, adjustable 6, and they try to make all these ratings because they're high value men. But then all of a sudden, Kevin Samuel says that most men make 43.5K a year, right? But then Tyler comes back here. Tyler's saying that, no, black women make more money than black men. Okay? So then if a woman makes more money than a man, then it makes the woman high value because she's the one making the money, right? Isn't that where we're going? No, they don't like this shit. Let's keep it going.
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that, yep, she makes most of the money. All I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's
Pookies and Ray Rays do that. It's not really that they're secured. It's just that they don't care.
he's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff. You've handled the light bill, baby. You can
So
take
a
it.
woman is supposed to literally take care of a man. That's what he's basically saying. That's what he's saying. A woman is supposed to take care of a man. That's what he's saying. They didn't get it. Nobody else got it. Nobody else got it. Nobody else really understood what Tyler Perry is saying, but he's not the only one who's saying that, though. He's not the only one saying that. Check this out.
Part than black men, right? There are a lot of black men who are successful, but for the most part,
notice again, most Manosphere guys are just not, they're not good looking men. It's weird. It just turns out that way.
Women are making the money. So if you can find love, if that man works, at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, because
look at him nodding. Like, yeah, man. Yeah. As long as he's a good man. Yeah. Yeah, I can be a loser. Legs for life. Funny ain't no way in hell. Yep. I mean, let's go.
His gift may not be your gift.
Exactly.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath.
What gift does he have? If the man had a gift, he would be making money. Because a gift is something of value. Right? So if he had a gift, it's something precious. It's something that can produce. It can produce something. Let me keep playing.
You. Yeah. That's somebody.
That's a major problem. The community as it stands now, whatever you think of the community, this is a disconnect because most women who see a man that makes less money than them, they have a hard time getting with his program, following his instructions.
Wait a minute. Oh man, this is gonna get good. I don't. Man, this is. It's like this. Why get with a man's program who failed? Let me repeat. Why get with a man's program who failed? Let me play this again.
Women who now, whatever.
That is okay. That's not somebody who's beneath you. Yeah. That's somebody.
That's a major problem. The community as it stands now, whatever you think of the community.
Let me pause it right there. That was important. The community as it stands now, whatever you think about the community, right? A lot of people think the community's in shambles, right? Well, how did it get that way, sir? How did it get that way, Mr. Fawcett? Who was in control of the community in the 70s, 80s, and 90s? It sure wasn't black women. So how did it end up the way it is now? Mr. Fawcett, you got any answers for that? See, that's the funny thing is they love to skip over some important points. One important point is why would you get on a program of failure? Why would you get on a program of a group of men that left the community in shambles? What sense does that make? Think about it. What freaking sense does that make? If I go on a fishing trip or I hire a fishing guide and I want to get on his program, I'm going to find a guide that can catch more fish than me. I hope that makes sense. I hope my analogy hits home. Why would you get on a person's program? Not only that doesn't make as much money as you, that's okay, a few dollars don't matter, but makes a lot less money than you. And somehow they don't even have enough money that they could only pay a light bill. What kind of freaking program is there to get on, Fawcett? What kind of program is there to get on? That is a sinking ship program.
This is a disconnect because most women who see a man that makes less money than them, they have a hard time getting with his program, following
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
his instructions, taking his advice, because
Yes.
a lot of
I'm
women
just going back and forth.
seem to equate what a man earns with how much they can respect him.
Wait, let me go back.
Getting with whatever you think of the community, this is a disconnect because most women who see a man that makes less money than them, they have a hard time getting with his program, following his instructions, taking his advice, because
What advice does he have to give? He's broke. I guarantee you, if I look him up, I'll find some dirt. I mean, I don't mean like, I just mean just like a Google search. Not even that, a YouTube search. Because he's making no sense.
a lot of women seem to equate what a man earns with how much they can respect him.
Unfortunately, these days, that's what all women do. Notice how he's really trying to do the soft shoe about this. The funny thing is this, you'll be the first one in line to say you should have chose better.
And unfortunately, what Tyler's talking about is something more spiritual, more connected to actually having a positive outcome.
What's funny is this, you notice how they're cherry picking? Now they want to get spiritual. But if you go to any Red Pill channel or to Kevin Samuels channel, you notice they don't talk about spirituality at all. They talk about rating a woman from 1 to 10, then shaming a woman, calling her average at best. And then saying you're over the hill at 30, you've hit the wall at 30. At 30. Basically, this whole thing is just a freaking propaganda brainwashing attempt. I want you to go over and watch the black men in other spaces when they go to like a Caucasian space or a non-black space, and watch how they beg non-black women for their love.
But if that isn't how these women are operating, then a lot of times that gets left behind, that gets lost. So unfortunately, he's talking to a group of women that might not be interested in building something with someone.
Building something with someone. So building something means that there was nothing there in the first place. Okay? Building something is building from nothing. I'm serious. Oh, Fiona, you know something, Fiona? I should show you. I will do that. You know something? On the next Dusty's number 6, I'll do that. Welcome, lovely K. So here's the scam. It's the building scam. So you're supposed to build with this guy using your money while he has nothing. Okay? Because really, quite honestly, let's face it, if all he can pay is a light bill, that's nothing. And he's trying to shame you like many of the Manosphere dudes try to do into thinking you should build with him. Most men that need to be built up aren't men. They're boys in grown bodies. So today, what we're going to learn today, what are we going to learn today? We're going to learn why you can't fall for this shit. King Lucifer breaks it down like this. Literally every couple from other races build from nothing. No one starts off at boss status. I agree and disagree, and I'll tell you why, King. There's a certain level they still start off as. Now, don't get me wrong, King. In the Black community, the problem is that we have less than everybody else usually. But at the same time, at least men should be productive enough to have what most women have. And those men can match up with those women to equal an equally yoked situation. Now, if the woman has nothing and the man has nothing, well, nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But this is the thing. If the man wants to be the leader, the man has to have more nothing than the woman has. What I mean is that the man still has to be more productive than the woman if two people are starting from nothing. E. Evans, welcome. E. Evans breaks it down like this. They always talking about building them up, then complain when you tell them to get the and you do something with themselves. Yeah. Let's get the lights up. Let's get them up. Get them up. Get them up. So let me keep playing this because this is getting weird.
Or even taking a risk or a chance or possibility.
No. Listen to what he said. I'm about to blow this away right here. He's going to look stupid on this one.
Group of women that might not be interested in building something with someone or even taking a risk or a chance or possibility because,
risk, chance, or possibility because you know. Then if you do, they will tell you, I guarantee you, they will tell you you should have chose better when it look, they do it now with rich people. They do that shit now with rich people. You should have chose better. You see how his theories falling apart? Listen again.
To a group of women that might not be interested in. So unfortunately, he's talking to a group of women that might not be interested in building something with someone.
Okay.
Or even taking a risk or a chance or possibility because,
Risk, chances, and possibilities in life by all other cultures that I know of, and even the Black culture, it's irresponsible. There's a reason why people say don't take a risk. Don't depend on chances. Listen again.
In building something with someone or even taking a risk or a chance or possibility because, not all the time.
Go to your job, go to your boss right now and start a project. And your boss asks you, when can you get it done? And you say, well, there's a chance, I could finish it by Friday. Oh, here's a better idea. Go to the casino, right? Go to the casino with your house, with your pink slip to your brand new car. Bet on 15 black. Bet your whole car on 15 black. Because there's a chance you might win. How many of you all are going to do that? If you would do that right now, go to your nearest casino and do that. Put a 2 in the chat. I'll wait. So you grab your pink slip and you run down to your nearest casino. The pink slip is to a brand new 2020 Mercedes-Benz. Not the lower end ones, the higher end one. When it's like the ones like $100K. How many of you would take a chance? I'll wait. Two if you would do it, one if you wouldn't. King brings up a good argument. Let me check out one thing about how much money did Jeff Bezos start out with? His boss said, no, Jeff left his hedge fund job to start Amazon. And King, you bring up a very good argument. But unfortunately, $300,000 is a lot more than what most Black men are making these days. Now, it looks like he borrowed another $2 million from banks, but see, that is a little bit different than what we're talking. We're talking about men who literally have nothing. But this was a damn good argument, King Lucifer. Damn good argument. And I guess what you're saying is that if $300,000 is literally nothing to Jeff now, that's nothing. Oh man, I agree with that. But we're talking about that's how other people struggle. Look at these other people's struggles. Oh, damn, I can only get $300,000. Damn, I got to scrape up $2 million. Now, I'm not sure how much his ex-wife, let's find out. Let's find out. How much? Wife. I'll build Amazon. Here we go. Mackenzie Scott. Holy moly. Oh my God. Is she worth $27 billion? Okay, Mackenzie Scott is an American novelist and philanthropist. She's for real, guys. Owing 4% stake in Amazon, founded with her husband. Okay. How much money? Where's the money at? Amazon. Man, Google does not want to tell us. I'm sure if I do some deep research, I could find it. But yeah, she owns at least right here, King, she owns 4%. 4%. That doesn't seem like a whole lot, but that is, Anyway, let's get back to the show. I'm going to play a little bit more, and then we're going back to the Catfish. I'm going to tie this all in. This is going to get all tied in. I'm going to show you what catfishing is all about.
Fruition that this man becomes successful, but we've seen it happen. We've got some very famous examples of it happening.
Wait, let's
Not all the time
watch
is it
this
going to
again.
really come to fruition that this man becomes successful. So unfortunately, he's talking to a group of women that might not be interested in building something with someone or even taking a risk or a chance or possibility, because, not all the time is it going to really come to fruition that this man becomes successful, but we've seen it happen.
So he understands that the woman's going to lose. But he gives you the unicorn theory, right? The unicorn theory that it might happen.
We've got some very famous examples of it happening.
Who came to love you at your word?
What percentage of those famous situations happened in the Black community?
Right?
Yes.
And as long as he's secure in himself to know that house and honors his wife and does what he can and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what
Now I'm gonna pull it all the way back to the Catfish. Here we go.
And it bought some flowers and a card, and it said Tyler Perry. One, I'm not a fan, so I really did not know who this gentleman was, and I kind of like brushed it off to the side. And then the next scene, I'm at the church, me and this individual getting married.
Not only is she, thinking about a chance, she's basing this off of a dream.
And I woke up Okay, what is going on?
You were having these dreams in 2008. So are you trying? How does that connect to Tyler today?
It's like the dreams are fulfilling. It's all like coming all to what the dreams are coming to reality. He has dreams too, just like myself, all the time. And he's like, I see you in my house. I said, oh, okay, I'm coming. Don't worry. I'll be there with you. So we both have that spiritual connection together.
Are you in love with Tyler?
I am in love with him. But I don't know if he feels the same way. Actually, yeah, he does feel the same way. He tell me he loves me. I tell him.
Making magic in her mind. And it doesn't have to be Tyler Perry. It could be any old guy. You can't do this.
And I love him. He put the little hearts and butterflies. And
so shifting gears just a little bit here. So when was the first time Tyler asked you for money, and what was it for?
The first time Tyler asked me for money, it was for these papers that he's doing with his lawyer, so I could become on his studio. On my studio ID, it has my name, but it says Nikki Perry.
Let me find out how much Tyler Perry is worth. This is going to hurt. I'm sorry, I'm speechless, but he's $1 billion. Miss RV. Yep. Girl, I mean, a billionaire doesn't need to borrow money from somebody or anybody.
And my date of birth, my address, and phone number. He was like, I already signed the paperwork. I gave the papers to the lawyer since I paid them $1,000. His son needed.
Good point. Phoenix Soul, shouldn't she be married to Jesus? I'm sure he's feeling some type of way about this.
These cards, like one, I think they call a screen card. But I told him, I looked online. I said, people be doing scamming with those things. What is he using this card for? And he said, oh, he playing games with them. If it was for the baby, I'm all for the children. If you got so much billions and all this stuff going on, why are you letting someone that you say you love to be struggling? I don't understand it. I just don't understand. How the hell you gonna ask somebody for some damn money? What? Come on.
Do you see how delusional she is? Man, this is super mamming. Giving a billionaire money.
Play with me. Listen, I done been scammed a whole lot of time, and I'm not gonna let your black ass scam me. So stop the bullshit. Because I do have a lot of ops out there. So it may be somebody that told me they love me, and then I don't want their ass no more, and they just trying to play games. It could be that. If it's that, no, I'm gonna just do this. Kudos.
So right there, she knew it. Really, she knew it right there. Millie Pop, this show has to be staged. I mean, I hope
good for you.
Do all of your family and friends, do they know that you're talking to Tyler?
They think I'm crazy. I said, whatever.
Huh, go figure.
Good. Y'all can think I'm crazy. Because when the time comes, I'm going to just shake my head and say, thank you, Jesus.
So we're going to look into this. We're going to send you an email later, a breakdown of the information we need so we can investigate this for you.
Thank you.
Also have to be completely honest with you as well. There are a lot of red flags.
Okay.
Our job is to research this information and provide you with some clarity in this relationship.
Oh, thank you.
After this interview, we received several emails from Nikki. We gave her a list of screenshots and photos we would need to begin looking into this. We were a little caught off guard when we came across two pieces of information. One was a Cash App transaction, and the other was an email from a woman named Deborah. We hopped on a phone call with Nikki the next day to figure out why she never brought this up.
So I was going through all the research you sent me, and I noticed a Cash App transaction.
Which one?
So I don't think you mentioned this to us, but we actually saw where someone had sent you over $10,000.
Well, see, that's the thing, because he's at work for him, and he's been having this person Cash App me, and then we put it in Bitcoin. About 3 weeks ago, some lady named Deborah.
Shoot. Uh-oh.
She sent the Cash App, and then the next day, she wants the money back. And I asked him, like, okay, what is going on? He said, oh, block her. So it kind of like all these red flags start coming, like, okay, what's going on? Yeah. So, yes.
How many Cash Apps have you been receiving or sending?
A weekly?
Sure, yeah.
Well, weekly, maybe like one time a week, sometimes twice a week.
So if you could estimate about how much money have you sent from Cash App to crypto?
At least, I said at least 12,000. At least 12,000 altogether within like a month and a half. Because every week, sometimes it's like 1,200, sometimes it's 1,000, sometimes it's 5.
Notice how the scammer has her completely believing not only who he is, technically Tyler, but to do things without even thinking. This is a woman that you would normally think would be sensible, but she ain't.
500.
You left out a big part. We didn't know about this.
Well, yeah. I know. I should have shared it with you in last week, but it kind of like blurred my mind, especially when he told me that, I work for him and with the cash
Like Miss RV just said, this is wire fraud.
action, Cash App transaction. Then I look on my phone like, man, it's a lot.
We'll have some answers for you soon.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Millie Pop says these Nigerian scammers are getting out of hand. They sure are.
Makes me want to call Deborah. For sure. Deborah's number one.
Our team immediately ran searches on all of these people that were sending money to Nikki's Cash App. These people could potentially be in scams as well.
Hi, Jolie. This is Brianne with socialcatfish.com. I'm just calling on behalf of one of our clients, Nikki. I just have a few questions. So if you could please give us a call back at this phone number. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.
But unfortunately, none of them answered. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We appreciate you so much. A few days later, we decided to hop on a call with Nikki to end this. We wanted to give her the truth, and she was patiently waiting for it.
So it's good to see you again, Nikki. How's it going today?
Everything is going blessed and highly favored very well.
Do you truly believe that you're speaking with Tyler Perry?
I don't know what to think, honestly, but I believe in heart. Yes.
Okay, and you're not doing this for personal gain?
No, I need to know. I need to live.
Okay. And you did tell us you're not a fan of Tyler Perry, right?
Like, I follow him, but not like watch his movies and see what all the foolish stuff he has going on. So no, I'm not a fan.
You know this video is going on YouTube. You know that.
I know, and this is why the Lord put me in church, because maybe the Lord is doing some things, trying to.
I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to keep y'all in suspense while we go to this message right here.
You're probably not aware of this unless you're in certain spaces on the internet, but I have noticed recently that a lot of Black people, especially Black men, are upset about Ebony K. Williams saying that she doesn't want to date a bus driver, but that she would date a man if he owned the bus. And a lot of people are upset because they think that she's saying that being like a blue collar worker is like something to be looked down on, when that's not what she's saying. And I found that, like, when I talk to other people about it, it seems that a lot of Black men in the community, they don't have very high like expectations for themselves.
Boom. That is the problem with the Black community right there. Let me play that again. And you can see she doesn't mean evil. She's not trying to be mean to anybody. She's actually thinking about it and has thought about it. This is the problem. Here we go.
They don't have very high like expectations for themselves. And so it's like they want to have very high like people about it. It seems that a lot of Black men in the community, they don't have very high like expectations. When I talk to other people about it, it seems that a lot of Black men in the community, they don't have very high like expectations for themselves. And so it's like they want to be coddled for doing like just average. And I'm somebody that has a very high need for achievement, and like self-actualization matters a lot to me. So I just find it very disappointing when people are like basically just settling for being average or even below average. It's like, you can do better. Like, why would you settle for being just okay when you could be great? Like, why settle for just like average when you can do better than average? I think a lot of people don't want to work hard because it's not easy. They don't want to put in the effort. And a lot of people don't see like the value of.
Basically, that's the core problem with the Black community, is that Black men do not put in the effort other cultures do in being excellent.
They did a qualitative study where they actually asked Black men, why do they believe that Black women are the least desired group of women, the least likely to be married, and the least likely to be remarried? And the very first answer, the Black men said, it's Black women's attitudes.
This coming from our Black men, the problem we have is this. If anybody's got a problem with our attitude, it's us. Okay. I see that every day on and off YouTube. We Black men, we are the ones really that have that reputation. Other cultures don't. Other cultures, they might from time to time talk about Black women having that attitude, but we're the ones that they're talking about the most. So the problem we have is that we do not want to fix anything. If we didn't have an attitude, here's attitude for you. Okay, who fights the most? We do. Black men, we fight the most. We get in the most altercations. So you're the pot calling the kettle black. A lot of times when a man says, well, that woman had an attitude, that attitude was she said no. That's the attitude. She made a decision and it was no. It wasn't what he wanted. And that's the attitude.
Masculinity, the emasculation, the being stubborn, being difficult, being combative.
Being combative. So when we're deleting each other every hour, that's not being combative.
No desire to be interdependent or submissive or cooperative or friendly.
The thing is this, why be cooperative or friendly or submissive to somebody who can't even control their own emotions?
Or sweet. So they're talking about character flaws within Black women as a community that they see.
Black men who are imprisoned at a 30% rate are trying to point out character flaws in Black women that are imprisoned at 5% rate. Yeah. Doesn't sound right. See, the problem is that a lot of us Black men, how should I put it? We're in delusion. We think we're in a better situation than we actually are. I guess that's the best way I can put it.
That is so prevalent that it's generalizable. Oh, and we can see it in everyday life as well. So when you factor that into the equation, you see why it becomes even more difficult for a Black man to choose to marry a Black woman.
If Black men wanted to marry Black women, there would be more Black marriages. It would be more like, I don't know, 45, 50% instead of what, 25%, 30%? This is what happens on the Manosphere, in the Manosphere all the time. Let me keep going a little bit more. Here we go. Let's go to this one.
Got to get into something because
I think
Jeezy.
I think you know who this is, right? You know who this is, right? Stephen A.
I'm a fan of this.
Stephen A. Smith. Let's listen to him.
And there are very few people on the planet that is more of a fan of Nia Long's than mine. Not only is she beautiful outside, just stunningly beautiful Black woman, a goddess as far as I'm concerned, but she's beautiful inside as well. I happen to know her a little bit. Throughout the years, I used to see her at NBA games, and my daughter knows her because my daughter's an aspiring actress, and Nia has been incredibly generous with her time and very helpful to my daughter Samantha over the years, and I'm incredibly grateful to her as well. Nia knows I love her to death. Having said all of that, I saw a recent appearance. I don't know whose podcast it was on or whatever, but she was talking to Jeezy. And
right, she was talking to Jeezy. Let's keep going.
And they were having a conversation. One would surmise it involved Ime Udoka, now head coach of the Houston Rockets, former coach of the Boston Celtics, who is, I don't know what their status is, but obviously they were together and they had a child together, et cetera, et cetera. And then he got caught up in the whole brouhaha with Boston and messing around with someone affiliated with the Celtics, ultimately ended up departing from that job, and now he's the head coach of the Houston Rockets. That's his business. I wish him nothing but the best because he belongs to be coaching in the NBA, and I think he's an exceptional coach. Took the Boston Celtics to the NBA Finals in his first year as a coach. Not here to get into all of that. She said what she had to say, purportedly alluding to that situation, and Jeezy said something that got my attention, which is why I'm touching on this subject. Before I go any further, listen to this exchange between Jeezy.
Great intro. Here we go. Listen to this. Here we go.
And Nia Long.
And you got to know when it's time to be done.
Right.
And that's usually not about another person, an affair, or, some chick that's willing to make you feel like a king. Because that's why most men cheat. Most men cheat because
that's fascinating to me.
It's so gross. It's so stupid.
I personally, this is my quote, and real niggas don't cheat.
You don't think so?
Hell.
Oh man, this is funny coming from him.
Oh no,
I kind of understand what
They
you
do
mean
not.
when you say that.
they do not.
I understand what you mean when you
It's
say that.
something in us
Yeah.
that makes us want to be right
Yes.
across the board.
But is that so that you are living up to the expectation that you've set for yourself?
Okay. First things first. Nia Long, here's all I have to say about you. Let's not invite people into your business. They've tried to get in your business enough. Let's not give them another excuse to approach the father of your child about his past transgressions. You are entitled to feel the way that you should. You
Indiana Mom says that didn't age well. It sure didn't.
certainly are right to feel that way. What he did was wrong. What the Boston Celtics did in the manner in which they handled the situation was wrong. And we will leave it at that. You are a splendid, marvelous, intelligent, beautiful Black woman who should be revered by so many as you are. And we wish you nothing the best in your future endeavors. That's all I have to say about Nia Long. My issue is this brother Jeezy. And again, I am a fan. My brother, what are you doing? It's respectfully, bro. I mean, did you sit down and have a conversation with Oprah and then tell us? I mean, have you went to therapy with 3 female therapists and they just I mean, did you read one of Steve Harvey's book and you were in the movie?
Watch out. Here comes the misogyny.
Think like a man, but then tell us, like Michael Ealy, my brother, once said Steve Harvey was a traitor when he was joking about that stuff, giving away the goods and all of this. I mean, what's up? What's up? Jeezy. Real brothers don't cheat. I'm not going to use the N-word. Real brothers don't cheat. Yeah, they do. Yeah, man, they do. I mean, what the hell's going on here? Dr. Phil, what's going on? Come on, bro. Let's understand, ladies. And I'm just messing with Jeezy because, again, I'm a fan. I'm just having fun with him. But let me try to interpret what Jeezy didn't say, but I think you need to know. First of all, men are physical creatures. We covet what we see.
Oh, here comes the shallow shit right here. Basically, he's going to try to brainwash women into settling for men that just are visual and only visual, or are mostly visual. Listen, this is coming from an average looking dude. Watch.
Some of us like asses, fat asses. Some of us like titties. Some of us like, or shall I say breasts? That's more politically correct and appropriate, okay? And we like hips and legs and, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Some of us like a 6-pack. Some of us like a flat stomach. Some of us don't mind a little blubber. Okay? To some, a pretty face is more important than the next. To some, just look like a strong 7 and we good. Okay? Definitely got to have a good mouth. Can't have yellow teeth or brown teeth and all that. It's just nasty. Okay? It's just nasty. Right? Can't have that. All right? I believe in the whole Eddie Murphy thing from Boomerang. Played by Leela Rashawn, the wonderful, magnificent Leela Rashawn. But in the movie, her character had bad feet. That can affect you. That is true. That is true. When you got corns and stuff like this, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for us.
So basically, it's long story short. I'm going to let him finish his rant because he can go on for quite a while. But basically, he's trying to say that men are visual, and it's justified that men are visual. When really, in reality, it's the problem. That's part of the problem. And the problem is that when Jeezy had a right when he said real N-words cheat, real N-words, no, he was not right. When he said real N-words don't cheat. That was wrong. I don't even know what this guy's talking about. But what I do know is that by percentage, Black men, we cheat the most. And just because somebody looks good doesn't mean you're supposed to go out and cheat with them. But it seems to be our problem. That's part of the problem with us not being able to control our minds. And it sounds funny. You might call this that I'm ridiculing my fellow man, but at the same time, it's like this. If you don't want to change, yes, I'm bashing you. If you don't want to change and you just want to use women, I'm bashing you, yes. But if you're looking to improve your life and improve another person's life, then you're getting what I'm saying. It's that simple. You're getting what I'm saying. I'm saying don't focus on looks. Don't focus on sex. It's okay to be attracted to somebody because they look cute in a certain way that you like. But the focus is supposed to be on the emotional side of that. Is that person's character and personality, is it compatible with yours? The problem is that you guys, that 1 to 10 bullshit that Kevin Samuels was spitting out, it messed you up even more.
To embrace that. Why am I bringing all of that up? Because it's important that you understand. Aren't all of those things physical? Ladies, you know this is true. If you met a man and you liked him and you was like, girl, I like him, I'm feeling him, I'm interested, and you wanted to know what he had to say about you, and somebody that you know was somebody he told how he felt about you, you going like that all excited, you don't want to hear him say to that person, well, she had a nice personality. Come on. Solange, I'm looking right at you. You know I'm telling the truth. You don't want that. You don't want, she had a nice person. I mean, it matters.
No. I know. Okay. There's swagger and then there's personality. Swagger can be emulated. There's some men that have natural swagger and that's different. But the big caveat is morals. A moral man won't cheat because it won't feel right to him. King Lucifer breaks it down like this. The only man that won't cheat is if the woman don't participate in the cheating. But the problem is sometimes a lot of women don't know the man is cheating. So that's the issue. Let's keep it going.
Matters after the physical's established. You want to be.
See, I've seen relationships where the physical wasn't the first thing. And those are the ones that usually turn out the best because the two people focused on each other. And it pains me to see another old head speak like this because you would think by now he would have learned by now. How old is this dude? Stephen A. Smith. A. Smith, age. He's 56, damn near my age. He is. Let me just show it to you just so you know. Don't you find it strange that a man who's damn near 60 is talking like this? He has 2 kids. Let's see if is he married? He was once engaged. Okay, so he never been married. Of course, it didn't work out. There you go, y'all. So a non-married man is giving who it didn't work out. And I understand. I run into those situations too, but to be so judgmental when you're the one who needs to be judged? That's kind of weird.
Seen as attractive. You don't want to be seen as somebody who's Godzilla or King Kong. You don't want that. You want to be looked at as an attractive commodity. Well, not commodity, but an attractive.
He meant commodity. It just came out wrong. That's how. So this is how older black men think now. I guess. I'm the oddball. Because right now, I'm just wondering. Shoot. Can we get through a cup of coffee together? You know what I mean? Shoot. See, this is the problem. Us old heads are not teaching the younger men proper etiquette and proper mindset. That's the problem. This dude sounds just like another monger.
Attractive person. Period.
Oh, sorry, but he's keeping it real.
There isn't a man alive that's going to tell you I'm lying when I say this.
Hey, you're lying.
What we see. Pooley wants Rasputia. Most men with sense want Beyonce or J-Lo or Halle Berry or Shakira. Somebody along those lines. Me personally, Sanaa Lathan.
I thought he would. This is the most shallow rant I have ever heard in my life.
And Megan Good. Those names do necessarily just pop into my head with fluidity. Okay.
I didn't know. I really didn't know he was this. I know I didn't. I wasn't a fan of his, but I didn't know he was this shallow. You know? Yeah, Quita. Is that why he's dyeing his hair? Straight up commodity, right?
Does. But I'm happy. I got a woman in my life. I'm good. My point to you is this: you covet what you see. TNA, we know what that stands for. It matters because it's in our face.
Are you hearing this guy?
And yes,
too. He means
it. Kim Kardashian in there because she had on that black suit the other day at that fashion show OBJ threw in New York and Brooklyn, if I remember correctly. Damn. And oh, by the way, Lala Anthony was walking right behind her. Damn. I mean, damn.
You see, do you see our problem? Even this is a man in the black culture that many men see as a leader to them. And he sounds like a freaking pimp. We are doomed. We're doomed.
Fun as hell, both of them. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Okay? I say all of that to y'all to say.
What?
Men covet what we see. Now, you do have boys that just want to go out there and chase tail, and they boys, they're not men.
Well, it sounds like you've been doing quite a bit of tail chasing with that speech.
You have young men who gain
you nailed it. Until this mindset changes, our community won't change, progress. SMH. T, you nailed it. That's exactly my point. This is coming from one of the most influential black men in America. Queen Award, he's sitting up there looking like Papa Smurf. Yeah. Yeah, well said, King Lucifer. Well, black people worship celebrities. It comes with the territory. Yep. Worship. Phoenix Soul says, they all get their philosophy from Iceberg Slim. Well put. QM been saying this. Yep. Queenmaker has been. It's the pimp culture. You can literally just call it a pimp culture. Yeah, he's proof that some men are only as loyal as their options. He is. Bars, King Lucifer. Hell, black people worship celebrities more than they worship Jesus. Bars. Here we go.
Level of experience and still struggle with levels of maturity from time to time, and they do what they do. And then you have a situation where a man, you know, real brothers, not using the N-word, Jeezy, where they come into play. Here's what you didn't tell. See, somebody like you, who's been in the game for a while, as a rap artist, as a producer, as a talent, getting stuff thrown at you all over the place, no doubt. You done had...
Yeah, and throwing his own son through a bathroom sliding glass door.
Had your pick of the litter experiences, one would easily surmise that you can afford to say what you say, what you said to Neil Long. Real men don't do blah, 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 blah. Here's the
We all know that's cap.
deal. Real men, particularly those who can look the part to some degree, who got it going on, successful, ambitious, etc., those men ultimately reach a point, ladies and gentlemen. It's never the point where you don't covet what you see. It's never the point where you wouldn't want to take.
I believe what he's trying to do is justify cheating, but let's keep going with this.
A peak at something that you find attractive to the human eye. Remember that scene from A Thin Line Between Love and Hate with Martin Lawrence, when he was outside of the club talking to the club owner, and the guy said, there ain't a day go by that I don't see some boutte that I wouldn't mind taking a peek at. The difference is, but what me and my girl got going on ain't nothing. Ain't nothing worth messing that up. That is the point that real men get to. Real men get to the point where if you have something special and you know it's special, you ain't trying to mess it up for nothing because you've been to the circus. She been to the circus, just like her knowing she got a good man. But we always talk about men. What about women? What if you got a man that ain't getting it done? He just don't do it for you. He doesn't tickle your fancy per se. You just honorable, ain't you? You don't go out there and
unfortunately, most women are.
Whirl and twirl and do everything. You, oh no, never you, never that. It's just the men, huh? Really? You think we don't know?
I told you he was going to try to bring it back.
We always know. We just not tripping the way some of y'all might, because then you have to deal with us.
You see that sideways? Now you see that sideways thing. Now you have to deal with us. What does he mean by that? What I want, that sounds like a phrase a DVA would say.
And the Pandora's box that you opened when you do something like that. But make no mistake about it. Jeezy wasn't
I can't believe he wasted my fucking time. Let's go back to this.
Follow him, but not like watch his movies and see what all the foolish stuff he has going on. So no, I'm not a fan.
You know this video is going on YouTube. You know that.
I know, and this is why the Lord put me in church, because maybe the Lord is doing something. He's trying to get some people attention. He's trying to get some people attention. Like, hey, if you're not in the house of the Lord, he loves the Lord like I do.
Okay, Nikki, what about all of this is making you feel like this is real?
Sometimes when I'm going through some things, he spiritually hears me crying, and he'll literally text me. And 1 second later, here he go texting. This done happened multiple times, not once, but
This is making money. This is making magic in your mind. Let's keep it going though.
multiple times. And like I told you before, he contacted me on Instagram, and thank you, Jeezy. And multiple times I had told him, like, you know what? I'm not into the celebrity lifestyle. I don't wear Fendi and all that glamorous stuff. I'm not a type of person. I don't like shopping. I don't even own,
Yana, I agree with you. I think I'm confused. Was he agreeing with Jeezy or not? I would. This is what I would say. I think he just used Jeezy as an opportunity to talk some shit. That's all I can come to, as far as Stephen A. Smith is concerned. That's what I got. It sounded like to me he just wanted to give his opinion about being basically a monger like most other men, which is the problem. So he's part of the problem, basically.
Fancy headband. I said, why me? He said, because God chose you. So,
all right, well, we're gonna hop into everything we looked into.
Nikki, we wanted to share with you what we found when we searched the phone number that you had shared with us. And what we had found was this phone number is actually a VoIP phone number.
Oh, you said a what?
A VoIP. So it's actually an internet phone number. And what we usually find when we look into these types of phone numbers is that there's no personal information attached. So we don't know who owns this phone number. We don't know who uses the phone number. And there's no way to confirm that you're talking to Tyler Perry through this phone number.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, there's no questions.
This is an internet phone number. It's free. Anyone can create one at any time. They never have to attach personal information to these phone numbers. And that's what we found in this case.
I see.
The next thing we looked into were his social media profiles. We found his official profiles that have a blue check mark, which means that they're verified accounts. All of them are just titled under Tyler Perry. So his first name and his last name.
Okay.
Have you communicated with him from any of these official accounts?
No.
Yes, Quita. She's in a church. That is a church.
No, I don't. He asked me not to go on Facebook and Instagram. So I really don't know. I don't really communicate with him like that on Facebook. Instagram is like a no-goer. So no. Only thing he were texting me from his iMessage.
What was the reason why he told you not to communicate through Instagram, Facebook?
He didn't want nobody else talking to him. I said, are you jealous? So he said, no, he just didn't want anybody else talking to him. Okay, whatever. So that's what he said.
I know that he sent you a few images. You claim that you couldn't find them online anywhere.
He took it from his phone, but the images that he sent me, it was like, take it. He took it, and then I saved it to my phone and did a image search, and I didn't see nowhere online that had this particular images, because it's.
We ran both images on our reverse image software, and we were able to find both the images on his Instagram account.
On his Instagram account?
On his official Instagram account. They actually come from videos. So whoever got these images, they just screenshotted one of the videos and made it seem like that was a candid image.
Here we go, folks.
See. I see.
Why do you think he would do that, Nikki?
I don't know. That's kind of not a good thing, because maybe he's lying. Maybe we're just trying to use me with that Cash App thing and throw me under the bus and whatnot and steal money from a single mother.
But this is Tyler Perry. Now, why would Tyler Perry need to steal money from a single mom?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe he's broke like the other ones. They spending too damn much money and can't even budget. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know what's his problem. I have no idea.
Nikki, I think the reason why Bree's asking you this and where we're headed is that, you know, it's common knowledge. Tyler Perry, he's a billionaire. We found several reports of him being extremely generous with his money. He's always helping those in need, always doing what he can for his city. He loves Atlanta. Does this sound like a person that would need money from you, money from other people?
No, it's okay. No, he don't. No, you absolutely. He doesn't need. That was a scammer, and it's okay. And it's okay. I'll just stop contacting that person. It's fine. Whatever.
He's been having you receive funds, send funds. So it just.
I think she's probably in her mid-30s, maybe early 40s.
It doesn't align with who Tyler Perry is, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's the facade that he put on. You absolutely right. You are so right. Just like Jada Pinkett and what that dude named Will Smith put on these fake behind facades. Just like that black man that stays up in Atlanta, Georgia. And I know he gonna watch this in his time. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Things that look good is not always good for you. Praise the Lord. It's okay.
So you think Tyler Perry is behind this? Do you think he's real? I mean, what's going on?
The information that we found was all starting to add up, but Nikki needed some time to process everything.
Oh, give me a second.
Of course.
10 minutes later, she rejoined the call.
We believe you're in a romance scam.
Yeah. What kind of scam?
A romance scam. So this person has taken on Tyler Perry's persona, stolen his pictures, stolen his videos, and he made you.
Fiona, I'm not sure. I think she sent 12,000, but it was more of a laundering thing because somebody would send her a bunch of money and then she would send it out or something through a different source. It sounded like more like laundering. And Phoenix Soul, she is hurt. Oh, she is devastated. I agree.
You fall in love with him. He used religion to get on your good side. He was preying on you. This isn't your fault.
Okay. It's fine.
So, Nikki, I'm going to share my screen with you. I want to show you a video we found where it's actually on Tyler Perry's official website, and he's addressing all types of scams using his images and his videos.
Everybody, hate to come on and say this, but I'm pretty annoyed and people are so wicked and so evil, and to think that they're setting up all of these fake sites asking you to send them money because I'm giving away thousands of dollars. It's just downright evil, downright wrong. I wish Instagram and Facebook and Twitter would do a better job at taking some of this stuff down, especially at a time like this, because no sooner than we report 10, there's 10 more that are popping up. Please, 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 especially, the people who have been supporting me all these years. Times are hard. They're tight right now. People are really, really struggling. Don't fall for this. Do not fall for this. Do not send anybody money thinking that I'm sending money. Do not fall for that. Those are all lies. They're all fake sites. Okay. Listen to me. Everything that I'm doing, and I'm doing a lot to help a lot of people. I'm not asking anybody for anything to do that. I think to whom much is given, much is required. So please do not fall for the fake sites. You want to know what I'm doing? Check out my verified sites here. This Instagram, this Facebook, this Twitter. Don't fall for the foolishness, guys. I can't believe people would be this wicked, but
I appreciate him doing that. I really do.
They are, and I promise you they will reap what they sow. So don't fall for it. Please, please do not fall for any of these fake scams saying that I'm giving away money and to send something to them. Please.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing it up.
Yep, step away from online dating for a while we couldn't pinpoint the individual's location. Nikki is now focused on reporting the scam. Good for her. probably in Africa with other scammers and criminals. Not that everybody in Africa is criminals, but I know of a few there. Let's go with this.
I'm back with another triggering topic, and let me tell y'all something. I love Black women. I love us. But baby, there have been so many things lately that I've been seeing with some of us accepting far less than what we deserve. I just feel
Through that, you're triggered. Break it down for us.
like I got to speak on it. Why don't y'all do me a favor and watch this, and I'll be right back.
It becomes clearer and clearer to me every day, the nonsense that I'm actually in.
I genuinely do feel like I've made a mistake and I'm making a mistake. The circumstances in which I'm willing to love him, he's not willing to love me given those same circumstances. And that genuinely does like make me question everything. And it literally rips my heart to pieces.
Now, I just clipped a little piece of this therapy session, but the whole session is absolutely horrific.
T breaks it down like this. To be honest, that's how it feels dating a lot of these men now. These days, we always find out the truth in the end. Yep.
The way he talks to her with no respect, the way that he looks at her when she cries, no empathy. He thinks that because he's a man that women are his playthings and he can treat them however he wants. And he thinks because he has some money that he doesn't have to have any morals or character. And just let me give you context of this particular clip of the video. She's with this guy that apparently, he has some money and he uses that to keep her on the hook, but he disrespects her. And he has had 3 children on her when they were on this quote unquote fake break or something like that. And he wants her to accept the
3 children. Holy 3, not just 1, but 3. Damn.
Children, but he said that he would not date her if she had children. And he also doesn't want to marry her. He said that he doesn't need the law in his business. And you already know that's a hustle game that men use when they really don't want to marry a woman. And you know what? He's very dismissive of her feelings. And you know what? I'm tired of seeing Black women demean themselves just to have a man or have access to the resources of a wealthy man. It is beneath you. And really, if more Black women didn't allow men to treat them like this, more men would actually be forced to level up and become decent human beings in order to have access to Black women. I really can't understand how you could want to be in a relationship with a man that would not do the same thing for you that you would do for him. And my thing is this, is if it's the money, then you should cut off all feelings for him and not get emotionally connected at all and just run them pockets, sis. Now, not that I advise that, because I actually don't think that Black women should allow themselves to be bought, because I believe that we are worth more than that. We are priceless, but I do know that not every Black woman is going to have my same mindset, and that's fine. But you know what? I do want to show y'all another clip, and I'll be right back.
Your man comes home, pays all the bills, takes care of the kids, deals with your ups and downs, and he steps out. You're going to leave him. You're going to leave him for the next woman who might put up with that. And all he's going to do is find another woman and do the same thing, and you're going to be independent. Start all over in this dating pool with piss in it, then forgive your man and move forward.
Wow.
And once again, sadly, the same type of mentality and brainwashing that a Black woman should put her morals and mental health aside to quote unquote keep a man or to not become independent. I think that being independent is better than having a man play in your face. Being independent is better than possibly getting an STD or an incurable disease because your man is constantly having intercourse with other women. Not to mention, nobody ever talks about how side chicks always want to be the main, and they oftentimes overstep and make the wife's life miserable and get disrespectful. So you're worth more than having another woman call you up and tell you how much she's with your man. Not to mention that a man that is constantly putting his stuff inside other women, he doesn't respect you. And that disrespect mark my words, is going to show up in y'all's relationship in other places. And I really need some Black women to stand up, because if having a man or a husband means that you have to tolerate disrespect and disloyalty, then you shouldn't be with that. You shouldn't want that. You shouldn't be with that man, because all of these things that men want women to tolerate, they would never tolerate if the shoe was on the other foot. It's just so upsetting to see beautiful Black women.
Mr. Snoopy breaks it down like this perfectly. Honey, your man is that piss pool as well. He isn't just your man, boo. Exactly.
Proudly profess for the whole world to see that their standards are in the pits of hell. I'm not even going to get into this deeply because I'm writing a book and I'll put more in it in that, but I'm just going to say this. Black women, you are worth it. You are deserving, just like these other races of women are deserving. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of a loyal man that is going to stick by your side. You are deserving of a man of your own that is just for you and only for you. Don't let these low self-esteem having women tell you otherwise. Don't let them make you think that you have to settle. But you know what? I digress. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you would drop me a 12 in the comments. And if you can donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, then that's no problem at all. Just do me a free favor and subscribe to my YouTube, subscribe to my TikTok.
Here.
And as always, drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.
Check this out.
Sit up here and have a good dude that
Let me get it
bag
back.
is different, and you everybody bag
Okay.
is different, and you may. Everybody bag is different, and you may sit up here and have a good dude that can be something. And I'm not. Hold on, let me finish.
I'm listening. I'm not.
Not necessarily, can be.
Remember the other guy tried take a chance. He said take a chance or build somebody up. Can, might, maybe, gamble. Basically what it is that a lot of what's going on with a lot of Black men with this mentality is they are, how should I put it? They're using hope as a weapon. That you're hoping. They're using hope. They know that if you hope, you will stay in there. You were trying to hang in there, even if they do whatever, or if they don't turn out to be anything.
Be something, but a more or less like they just need polishing. They're dull. Their knife is dull. Let me sharpen that shit up and say, hey, bro, that's
See, there we go again. There we go again. Now he's telling women that you have to fix up Black men. That's what he's saying.
acceptable. Just like I talk to the girl and say, bro, you're not enough. Okay, cool. Listen, let me prove to you that what you're doing is hurting me. Some people may care, may not. It's a lot of polygamous relationships out here that's thriving. That's boom.
Oh my God. He's lying to you. It's not that many. You see, that's where his head's at. That's why he cheated on his loyal woman that he put 4 or 5 babies in. Because he has a polygamous mindset.
Booming.
But there's honesty. Cheating and being a polygamous or polyamory relationship, there's transparency. That's the difference that we're talking about. So you would tell, how many daughters do you have?
The point of being in a relationship, I thought, was to have somebody for you and you to have somebody for them. I thought it had to do with Otherwise, it's not really a relationship. It's a situationship. Even polygamous situation is not really a relationship because you're just spreading yourself around. It's agreed upon. That's what you're doing.
So you would tell them to just polish him off a little bit. He's just a little bit of a cheater. Stay with him.
But
That's what. Would you tell your daughters that? I want you to look at one of these cameras and say you would tell your daughters to accept that shit.
I'm not saying it.
No, but that's what you're.
She got him. She got him good. She got him good. Call her what you want, but she got him good right there. No man wants his daughter to have to share some whore, some male whore. No. When you get, Quita, thank you. So again, why do we have to fix them? The biggest mistake you can make is thinking you can fix. Oh man, I mean, actually perfect timing. The LW Hub for Women, she has all the information on why you cannot fix men. You just can't. We are who you thought we were. Okay, we are who you thought we were. Feel free to let us off the hook, and it's going to be a living hell. Doesn't matter. I tell you what, there's a lot of rich women or women that were with rich men that just would prefer to have one good man. I'm telling you. I am telling you.
You're saying. Can he say it? Because I'm not telling my son that you can cheat on a woman and that a woman that you claim you love and that's okay just because you're a high value man. You have a lot of money. Like a lot of women will want to be with you. That's not okay. Because
I can't believe I agree with her. I agree with her 150%. Let's let it roll.
only cheating yourself out of something real. Let's be fucking clear, man or woman. So let's look at one of these cameras and you tell them, what are your daughter's names?
Shakira
And Sovereign, right?
Sovereign Dior.
Okay. Then tell them that it's okay to get cheated on as long as the guy has 80% of what you want.
So Brittany Renner and Cam Newton, they had another sit down.
Boom. Boom. He was stumped. See, we go in that denial mode. These men, so he's okay. He can cheat, right? But whoever dates his daughters, well, you saw his results. You saw his results. Now he's got really a problem here. Let me keep it going.
And one of the topics they was discussing was, because Cam Newton was saying, if a man got a certain stature or he got money, as a woman, she should understand that he's cheating or he's doing wrong, and she should polish him and help him, like, I guess, stop cheating or steer him in the right direction.
You can't. This is where, I mean, look, I will tell you this. I am no psychology expert at all, but I do know the old school theory, especially a grown man. It takes, even if he wanted to change, it takes years of therapy to change. Otherwise, people can be, somebody could be an alcoholic and then in 1 month they could just be not an alcoholic. It would just be common. It takes years.
And Brittany Renner kind of called him out, was like, hold on, how many daughters you got? You got 2 daughters, right? Would you, as their father, tell them to accept the man wrongdoing, accept cheating?
Right.
And just be like, look, let me fix you. Let me get you to stop cheating, and he couldn't answer that with a straight face. He couldn't tell her, yes, I would tell my daughters to do that, because he know that's wrong. Like, in a relationship, it got to be 50-50. It got to be a give and take. Yes, somebody can cheat and the other person can take them back, but it's up to them to take them back. Cam Newton basically saying, look, I got money, I got family, you're supposed to take me back. No, nobody's obligated to take you back. If you cheat, that person can leave right then and there. Or that
Thank you. To hear another man say that, it's amazing. Because after all this Kevin Samuels BS, we need to nip that in the bud. That if you want to cheat, fellas, nobody's going to stop you, because you're going to be sneaky about it, right? But if your woman finds out, she ain't your woman. If she wants to stay here, your woman, it's up to her. And ladies, if you stay with somebody who cheats, expect damn well they're going to do it again.
person could stay and y'all can get through it. You know what I'm saying? But you can't just straight up assume the woman's going to stay there to polish you, to bring you up. Because would you do the same for her? That's a question you got to ask yourself, man. What y'all think about this? Is your boy B? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.
That makes everything entertainment. Excellent commentary. This breaks it down right here. This freaking breaks it down. Let's go on this.
My girlfriend at the time, you know, we had a situation for me. My longtime girlfriend at the time, you know, we had a family. And I made a mistake. I hurt her and I jeopardized our family at that time. And I had a child outside of our relationship.
No. See, it's funny how he says I jeopardized our family at the time. No, basically, bottom line, you jeopardized your family for a long time. And I mean, his wife was, she still is, fine. Submissive, fit friendly, all that kind of stuff. What's the point?
And coming from where I come from, being the person who I am, nobody will ever speak on it, you know, because we got a lot of people who are in high powers still make humanistic mistakes. And I can honestly say I made a humanistic mistake.
The more I watch Cam Newton talk, the more I think he dumb as hell, yo. Ain't no way in hell you cheat on your girlfriend, long-term girlfriend. You cheat on her, get another girl pregnant.
The fact that the term long-time girlfriend is not a good term, especially when you put babies in her. That's just not good.
And then say, oh, I made a mistake. I made a humanistic mistake. That ain't no goddamn mistake. I say like a mistake is driving 5 miles over the speed limit. A mistake is trying to throw something in the trash, and instead of it landing in the trash, it land on the floor. A mistake is you pulling out some money to give somebody and you made a mistake and didn't give them all the money. You gave them some of the money. Those are everyday mistakes. You finding a girl outside of your own girlfriend. Yeah, both of y'all taking y'all clothes off. You getting up in there raw, shooting her club up. She get pregnant. You made a whole bunch of decisions. Those was no mistakes. I would have.
LW breaks it down like this. He didn't make a mistake. He didn't give a shh. How are you going to get someone else pregnant? Yep.
Expected him more if he would have said, yeah, I made a few bad decisions that day or that night. I disrespected my family. She deserved to leave me. I made mistakes. I'm man enough to admit, like, not mistakes, bad decisions. If he would have just said that, because that never.
It's and it just proves that pathology theory correct. You know who from? You know who it's from. I haven't forgot about her. Sinji was 100%. Why did the thing is this? What Cam's not telling us is that he had been hitting that a lot more than just once. He had been making that mistake over and over again. He didn't tell you that part. He just told you the mistake was him making a kid with her. That's what it is.
Work in the history of man, unless you got money, like Cam Newton, he do got money, but he still broke up. But if you're a regular dude and you tell your girl, like, look, I cheated on you, I got another girl pregnant, but I made a humanistic mistake, can you please take me back? Any girl in their right mind will be a damn fool to take you back.
Yeah, well, number one, you won't have any money because the child support by itself is going to hit that bank account, even if she marries you, right? If the one you cheated on marries you with the one who you, but on top of that, it's like basically what happens is this: when you get with men with money, with a lot of money, to the point where they start supporting you fully, or you get used to all the trinkets, they'll hold that against you. So you think that they love you, but really a lot of times, and I'm not saying it never happens, but I will say a lot of times that's their leverage. Again, I think that's in LW's financial abuse video, where they use money against you. You need to check that out. You need to check it out. I'm telling you where to look, and these niggas don't want me to tell you where to look. I'm telling you where to look for the information you need if you are indeed in this situation. Because when I make these videos, it's just not for now. It's a library of sorts. Welcome, Feisty Black Tina in their house. Welcome. Let me keep it going.
Steak. No, it was a bad decision. I know you got that.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. Why is it every time I look at a famous dude's profile that they're trying to justify their cheating or minimalize their cheating? This is the game you have to play. This is basically at the bottom line. At the end of the day, Black men, we are generally catfishing Black women. Maybe we might be real, but at the end of the day, a lot of you, come on, face it, fellas, you know it. I just will need one good woman, blah, 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 right? Blah, 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 blah. But then what do you do? What do you do? Pew, 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 pew. That's what goes down. So I guess my point of today's catfish is you saw the woman who really literally got catfished. But in so many ways, it seems like there's a network building of men that are building a catfish farm for men that are lesser than. They're teaching men how to seem like good partners, but are not. That's what's going on. That's the business that's going on in the manosphere. Instead of building genuine men, genuine good men, they're building either more creeps, more deceivers, more scammers, okay, or more abusers. And a lot of the reasons because they are themselves, or they were themselves. Jeezy's throwing his own kids through bathroom sliding glass doors. His kid's lucky to be alive, really, because a sliding glass door, going through a sliding glass door can be, I mean, pretty bad. That doesn't sound like a man who has control of his emotions. Yeah, King, you nailed it. Well, even broke men cheat. Yes, they do. So I guess that proves my point of the world being full of sinners. Straight up. Straight up. No arguments there. I mean, yes, broke man cheat probably. Believe it or not, King Lucifer, in many cases, broke men cheat even more because there's a reason why they're broke. They have bad habits. They have bad character. They're broke because they spend more time cheating than they do working. Isn't that something? That really, King Lucifer, your comment is profound. You are correct. I would say that more, well, number one, there's more broke men than there are rich men. Let's face it, especially in the Black community. We know that. Then on top of that, rich men are busy making money or trying to produce money or saving money. And by the end of the day, they just want to go home to a peaceful environment. Men that are broke, there's a reason why they broke. Because they're focused on not, broke men are focused on sex and not success. Does successful men cheat? Yeah, I mean, there's Cam. Cam was a successful football player. He may not be playing anymore, but he was when he was successful. He was literally half the team. Indiana Mom breaks it down like this. Cheating has nothing to do with class. It has everything to do with character. Boom! Boom! Men of character and morals will be faithful to the woman they love. I'm living proof of that. Boom. That is so true. That is because your husband's not focused on just sex. He's focused on love. He's focused on success. He's focused on his children. He's focused on his passions in life, which might be, fishing, it might be trucking, it might be enjoying his kids. See, there are so many things that a man can enjoy in life that have nothing to do with sex. The problem is that the majority of the men right now that we have seen coming out are men that are only focused on sex. LW breaks it down like this. If Jeannie Mai has conflicting family values, it's a good thing since his idea of raising a child is, throwing him through a glass window. Yeah. She really, LW, to me, it sounds like she lucked out. She lucked out. I mean, it could have been better. She could have maybe married the right guy in the first place, but at least she's getting out before it gets a lot worse. Because let's face it, if dude is volatile, I don't care what anybody says. You threw somebody through some glass, you're volatile. That's how I see it. There's that is a worse, almost is that, and the funny thing is, volatile men are often cheaters because they can't control their emotions. You think, I'm telling you, a lot of women got hit with a brick because they accused their man rightfully of cheating because the man did cheat. So instead of a man breaking down in guilt, what does he do? He picks up a brick. That's what happens. That's what happens. That is what's going on. Let's find out a little bit more about. No, let's go with this right here.
Black women are in a state right now where it is up for us. Okay. If you want a man that is maybe a high earner or a man that is, I don't know, a CEO, et cetera, your pickings are very slim. Okay. So a lot of Black women,
the problem
we don't
is
necessarily date out because we want to like white men. Or
okay, let me stop it right there. This is where Black women, you will get yourself in trouble. I am giving you secrets from Black men. I am not a dating coach or anything like that. But I know bro code. Listen to this.
Earner or a man that is, I don't know, a CEO, et cetera, you're picking for us. Okay. If you want a man that is maybe a high earner or a man that is, I don't know, a CEO, et cetera, your pickings are very slim.
A high earner or CEO. I mean, in general, they're slim pickings. In general, they're slim pickings. In the Black community, it's a scarcity. The key is that you don't want a high earner. You just want a good earner. Whatever that might be. There are plenty of them. And what I mean by a good earner, I just mean somebody who's not making millions. A high earner to me is somebody who's making, at the very least, high thousands, high hundreds of thousands, and or low millions. You don't want to get caught up in that. You don't want to get caught. Look, what you're hearing is Samuel's speak coming out of this woman who's been fooled into thinking that a decently good man in general is rare. But take it from a fisherman, okay? I mean, for real, I fly fish a lot. I'm in this fly fishing spot. I'm pulling out fish left and right, left and right, left and right. People are like, they're in scarcity. They're in scarcity. They are literally, how is this guy catching all these fish? He's not even fishing the main spots where most of the fish are, but he's catching fish. It's because I'm sitting back and I'm relaxing. I'm looking, I'm focused on my goal and what I need to do to get those fish. And the thing is this, if you get caught up chasing after men that other women are chasing after, you will always be in scarcity. Do I mean settling for less? Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. No. Really settling for more. Hey, I got a new settling for more, because most of those guys that are popular and everything, and I learned this from high school on, and that was a very long ass time ago. It's all of those guys that were popular. They treated their women wrong. They cheated all the time. All they want to do is hang out with their guys, get drunk. And if you were to fast forward to when I see them these days, those guys I remember back then, a large amount of them aren't even around anymore. Okay. Because they didn't take care of themselves. And then a bunch of them are broke. And there's a very small amount that made it. And it was all the other guys that were slightly underdogs way back in the day, okay? Not underdogs now. I mean, back then, that kind of just went on their grind and you just never saw them, or you never saw them around. They were the guys who took them little extra classes at the end of in the school, the science classes, remember those? And then they would go, and then they went to college, they did their 4 years and everything. Those guys are the ones that came through. And they just want one. They want one woman because they're too doggone busy to be chasing booty all around the clubs and shit. They just don't have the time. It's too exhausting. And that's because they focused on the cerebral part of a relationship. I mean, feel free to just go by looks like these, like we saw this, what's his name? Where is he at? Jay Smith here.
Gotta get in this.
Shallow right here. That's why Mr. Shallow made the statement about his kids' mothers. It didn't work out. He has nothing to teach you, people. Act Natural Under Pressure, welcome. And Matt Roll, welcome. Quita Wars up in here. Phoenix Soul, Miss RV, King Lucifer. I'm telling you, this dude right here is the wrong person to be listening to. Why would you want to listen to a failure when it comes to a relationship? You may hate the former president, the president that starts with the O. I don't want to make you people mad. He's a one woman man. Like it or not, he's a one woman man. He's made it this far, right? Snoop, you guys have more respect for Snoop, right? Snoop dogged out his wife. Dogged her out. Welcome, King Sigma. Dogged her out. And I love me some Snoop music. Notice how I said love me some Snoop music. I love his talent, his lifestyle, not so much. Unfortunately, these days, folks, we're going to have to learn how to compartmentalize our entertainers. Prince, oh my God. Prince, I got every freaking album, his B-sides, his unknown singles. But he was messed up. I ain't touching that. I heard Queen was going to do something on that. King Sigma, thank you. Super chat. King Sigma in the house. I'm just telling you. I'm telling all the guys out there, do not take this guy's advice. In sports, oh, absolutely. In becoming a commentator like him, oh yeah, by all means. How to handle business? Yeah, I think so. Dating? No. Cam's the same way. Same thing with, I mean, let me just go down the list. Definitely not, unless you like to throw your kids through glass doors, definitely not Jeezy, okay? I mean, I'm not telling you who to go to. I'm just telling you who I know you shouldn't. I mean, believe it or not, I remember when I was telling everybody that, rappers are bad. When it comes to relationship, they're bad. And then somebody goes, why do you say that about rap? Look at the stats. Rappers have the most fatalities. Okay? They have the most fatalities. They cheat the most. Only competed by other entertainers, by the way. And they're the most volatile out of any other artist. So though we might love their music, their culture and behavior is no less than dangerous. You know, don't have these guys running you into a wall. You know, remember when Kevin Samuels came up with the wall theory? He tried to make it about age, when really it should be about who you run into. If women can hit the wall, a dysfunctional, toxic man is the wall. Let me say that one more time. If a woman can hit the wall, a dysfunctional, toxic man is the wall. Not age. Not at all. You can be mid-40s and be healthy, gorgeous, the whole bit. If you get with the wrong man in your 20s, you will look like you were 50 after he gets through with you. Trust me on that. They will mentally wear you down. So, there's one more Cam video and then we are out. Here we go.
Her was together. Kia, that is.
Let me go back. I think these guys have me on the wrong DNS, but I'll work it out later.
That will work with him to heal this part of himself that he really does struggle with. And Jasmine is the type of woman that wants to.
Okay.
On both sides of their family. So when they came together, they bonded over the fact that like his bag. That's how y'all get along.
This from
got more dust on it than me, but
their union private. In an interview with Brown, Cam Newton's girlfriend Jasmine Brown is pregnant with her first child and Cam's 8th overall. In an Instagram
Thank you,
post,
Phoenix Soul. Let me break it down like this. Let me break it down just like this. My 17-year-old son just came in and said Stephen Smith always talks about stuff he knows nothing about. Out of the mouths of babes. Yep. Hey, your son sounds very enlightened. He's on his way of being a success. I can tell you right now, him picking that up was a very, very important goal. You know, very important goal.
in my life,
Like
and
wives.
I fucked them up.
Wow. Why?
I met the right person.
The wrong time. The wrong time.
Wait.
You are marrying a man who can support you.
Yanni has some cool beat. This is a cool beat right here.
Have you ever met somebody that you were like, I could marry her?
Yes.
Okay.
I done fucked up so many situations, and I'm honest. Man, it's been so many bomb ass chicks that come in my life,
Like
and
wives.
I fucked them up.
Wow. Why?
I met
There. You heard it from him, right? But he wants to give men advice.
the right person,
The wrong time. The wrong time.
wrong time, and I wasn't right. I'm as alpha of a male as anybody could be.
Yeah.
I like hoes, I like bitches, I like thoughts, I like concubines.
Hi, ladies. It's Yanni, and I'm back with another video. In today's video,
Damn.
I'm going to be talking about Cam Newton and Jasmine Brown. Cam Newton's girlfriend, Jasmine Brown, is pregnant with her first child and Cam's 8th overall. In an Instagram post, she announced her comedy tour where it reads, Baby Mama 3, Third Time's a Charm tour, while also cradling a pregnant belly. The former football player has 5 kids with Kia Proctor and 2 with Lorena Shaw. Newton and Brown have reportedly been together.
Wait a minute. I thought he said he only messed up once. And
Since 2021, they were seen at several events together and got comfortable with one another, but have kept their union private. In an interview with
so he made it clear. Remember now, he made it clear that he met some great women. Well, he called them bad, but great women, right?
Doll in July 2023, Newton opened up about his relationship with Brown.
First off, with me and mine, she already know it ain't no privacy, baby. Look.
And she's so silly. She probably tell you what she about to go do.
That's cool, and I'm in there with her. We in there together. Like, that's our thing. I know this is TMI, but bro, like, that's my dog. Like, her. We got this saying where like we 2 retired thoughts that came together. We see both of our jerseys in the rafters.
That's how y'all get along.
Hers got more dust on it than me, but you feel me? Like mine recently just went up there.
Following the announcement, social media was in a frenzy because it wasn't that long ago where Jasmine went viral on the Lovers and Friends podcast with Shin Boodrum, where she spoke about submission within her relationship.
Like, what does a submissive woman do for her man? Everything. What does that mean? You know, like packing his bag, unpacking his bag, just making sure all the things that he wants. And like, I pretty much read his mind. So it's like, if I know you and I study you, like I know how you are in the morning, I know how you are about midday, I know when you're in this mood, what you need. Like before you can ever ask me for something, I'm already on it. I mean, he's spoiled. And you know, when I talk to my girlfriends about it, I was like, oh, how you guys doing? And I'm just like, girl, he's rotten. I'm like, he's spoiled rotten. Like he's rotten. But I love that. Like I want him to be that. I think my biggest flex is how I treat my man. You know what I mean? And my biggest flex should be how I treat myself.
So one thing that I noticed throughout this interview was Jasmine struggled with having self-love while being in a relationship. I think Jasmine has a lot of self-love outside of relationships with men, but when she's in a relationship with a man, she tends to struggle with self-love. And I think
my opinion on that, and that's a very good point that Yanni brought up. You have to be strong enough to have that same self-love that you have outside of a relationship in a relationship. Otherwise, maybe you don't. That's just me, though.
the primary reason is because of her relationship that she saw growing up with her mother and her father, and how that relationship was modeled to her. And so she has the thought process to sacrifice her own well-being while being in a relationship with a man.
You shouldn't have to do that. Your own well-being, if you're not matched, if you have to sacrifice your own well-being to be with a man. Indiana Mom breaks it down perfectly. Alpha men don't need to announce they're alpha. Exactly. It's like when Jeezy was saying, "Oh yeah, I'm a good man. I'm a good man." Well, you're probably not. Number one, the history of Jeezy being a drug dealer when he was younger, and then throwing his son through a glass door kind of makes you not that good of a good man, in my opinion.
Enabling him. And I told him how that made me feel, and he was like, of course they're going to say that. They don't have nobody doing that for them. How did it make you feel? It made me feel like...
Instagram relationships are so funny. Yeah, basically that's what's going on. What it is a bunch of rich men shopping online for women. That's what Instagram basically is in its most basic form. That's what it is. Rich men shopping for women online. That's what's going down.
I am. But at the same time, that's my love. So if you don't understand it,
No, that's your love now. Everybody put a number on how long you think this woman will be in Cam's life. I'm going to say 2 years. It seems to me a lot of men, they 2 years at max. 2 years. Here we go.
I'm not loving on you for you to get it. That's how I love. My parents are both the black sheep of their family, right? So they both dealt with a lot of trauma.
Damn. Yeah, she went viral for basically saying she was in a toxic relationship. No matter what she did, no matter how submissive she was, toxic is toxic. Being submissive does not fix that.
On both sides of their family. So when they came together, they bonded over the fact that like they can relate to each other and they're not alone in the situations that they felt. So when they had us, my dad doesn't come from a place of love. He comes from survival. But I think I blamed him for that for so long. And like, I love my father, because I understand him now. You just didn't have that. And I remember blaming him for so long for that, for what I didn't have, but he didn't have it to give because he was never shown that. That was not the environment that he grew up in. But your mom showed it, though. My mom showed it. So yes, you do have a choice, but my mom is also just a tender person, and I think that my dad is just genuinely not like that, which is fine. So when you got older, you're like, I still want the strength and the alphaness that my dad had, but I also want him to have the tenderness that my dad lacked. Yeah, so me being a young girl, I'm looking for older men. I just liked older guys. So I ended up dating a guy who was older than me. And, he sees me as this young, naive, fun girl, whatever. And he basically just I thought he was my boyfriend. I was underage. And he wasn't my boyfriend. He was just a really bad person. Did you go the opposite way? Because it sounds like in that relationship you were submissive, but taken advantage of, manipulated. Yes. So after that, did you go the opposite way of becoming more dominant and then reclaiming the submissiveness, or you've just always been this way? I always just wanted someone to fix it, wanted someone to make it right. I just wanted love all my life. So when I wasn't finding the love, or I wasn't getting the love that I wanted,
Let me pause right there. The LW breaks it down again. Yes, if you don't have the same level of self-love in a relationship, you don't have self-love. You have codependency issues. Boom, bars.
Decided to just give it. And I've been known to love people back to health. And sometimes it's very draining, but my love is my superpower. And I used to hate that about myself. But now it's I'm just embracing it. That's who I am. If I love you, I can heal you.
After doing a lot of research for this video, one thing that I noticed while conducting my research and also listening to a few interviews that Cam Newton did regarding relationships and things like that, one thing that I did notice is that he wants a woman to heal him. He understands, he has the awareness within himself that he's probably 85% a great guy, but he struggles with temptation. He struggles.
No, 85% great guy is... Cam is not 85%. If he struggles with temptation, he's more like 65% at best. He might be a great guy to other guys because they're not looking to, they're not in a relationship with him like that. But as it pertains to being in a relationship with a woman, no, 65, bro. 6'5", bro.
With being tempted by the Instagram thoughts and hoes and things like that. And so he's wanting a woman that will work with him to heal this part of himself that he really does struggle with. And Jasmine is the type of woman that wants to do that. And it's very...
And she's not doing it. You can't do that. You can't fix these men. The best thing that Jasmine could do is drive them to the therapist. 3 days a week at least. A lot of dudes, the King Lucifer breaks it down like this. A lot of dudes don't realize they're just renting the coochie till they start having financial problems. Yeah, in some ways, yeah. But in some ways, no, because I know a lot of loyal women who went down with the ship. Let's put it that way. Guy went broke, still stuck with him. Guy got abusive, still stuck with him. Guy started cheating a lot, still stuck with him. So it's not necessarily 100%. But yeah, some women, but see, King Lucifer, the women you're referring to are the Instagram models. They're the Instagram models, they're the OnlyFans models, they're the glam models, whatever you want, the ones who got to look good all the time and everything. And yeah, those are the ones that will jump ship early, and you can't blame them. You can't blame them. Because usually a man's loss of money can be tied into the loss of sanity or stability in their own mind. And I'm not talking about like you were worth 3 million and now you're only worth 2 million. That's different. What I mean is that you go from, I don't know, rich to broke. LW breaks it down once again, saying this. She even says she gives him backdoor access, if you know what I mean, even though she doesn't like it. Wow. And he does, and he knew she didn't like it and only did it for him. Oh, wow. That's all bad. That's all bad. So, LW, you might need to do something on this Cam Newton. Man. I didn't know it was this bad. That's all bad.
Very interesting because Jasmine, she wants to love in the way that she saw her mom love, and she wants to do it in a way to where she feels valued in a relationship. And I think partially it's because the only way she feels valued in a relationship is by being able to nurture. And then Cam Newton, which I'll get into later because he did an interview with his mom, he wants to be nurtured in the same way that his mother nurtured him. And it's interesting because they both have wombs. So like she has a daddy womb and then he has a mother womb. And so with her daddy issues and his mommy issues, they actually make a perfect match. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, what? Yes, they are perfectly broken. And in the way that they are broken, I see how they ended up in this relationship dynamic together. But I don't feel like Cam Newton is going to marry her because he has commitment phobia.
I'm also a great guy, though.
Boom. And why go through all this so you can not get married but have 2 or 3 babies by them? Phoenix Soul breaks it down like this. Real talk. These people don't realize that they're not in love at all. They're just in love. Yeah, they're in lust. Chemical reaction. Exactly. The effects of fluid exchange and societal conditioning. Boom. Bars. Phoenix.
You know what I mean? Be patient with me. And that's what I needed. You got a 85% good man. He has a job. If he were to have some kids, he take
What? King, rumor has it he was doing backdoor action with a few team. Oh, man. Oh, wait. I haven't heard that, though. Well, hey, you know, it's his life. It's his life. And it fits Camo's theory. So yeah, I could see that.
takes care of his kids. He's the breadwinner in his family. He has the discipline to be able to hold you accountable and put you up on some new shit.
Okay.
But that 15% is a big chunk that he battles with infidelity.
15% infidelity is a lot bigger chunk than 15%. I don't know about you, but I'm just going to say that. I think that's a much larger. Many marriages end because of infidelity. 15% doesn't end a marriage. You know, Act Natural Under Pressure says this. Yeah, by the way, it's allegedly that he did that. Allegedly, King Lucifer, that he had, rumor has it, that he has some backdoor or whatever. Anyway, Act Natural Under Pressure breaks it down. Now, King, I know some women who will go down to the ground for free. Oh, man. And a man just calling the wife, they will go down with the ship for free.
Are you willing to be with a person to see him through that issue?
After marriage, or are you talking about dating?
No, dating.
Absolutely. No, I'm not.
So what if you got a 90% good guy?
I'm not. We need to be friends then until you can work this out. We need to be friends. You telling me the truth. We need to be friends. If you want help through that, let me help you as a friend.
Right.
I do not want to be sleeping with you. I want monogamy.
Right.
I don't want to sleep with you, and I have no idea what you're doing outside of this relationship.
Of course.
So I love the truth. Let's have the truth. Great. Now that we're here, we should be friends. We should have a platonic relationship. And if that's something you want to work through, let me help you work through that. Let me support you as a friend, but I'm not going to support you as a girlfriend.
Boom. Boom. Bars.
Right.
I partially disagree with B. Simone on this, and she still wants to be friends with this man. This man needs to go off and do his own thing in his own time, in his own singlehood, away from being connected to any woman at all. And he needs to work on this within himself, by himself. He doesn't need women holding his hand to
Thank
help.
you. It's a shame and embarrassing a man first calling himself an alpha male, right? And then turning around and asking for help, for emotional help from a woman who is in no position to help him. Neither one of these women are therapists. They can't help you, dude. To me, I see that as a ploy that he and many other men use to attract women, believe it or not, or to get women to commit while they don't have to, because he can say, damn, I cheated again. Oops, I cheated again. Damn. But you're supposed to be helping me. What's going on? Then watch. It would be funny that next thing he would do is start blaming the woman for not stopping him from cheating. That would be the next thing.
Help him through this. This is something that he has to do in his own time and on his own accord. Like, it cannot be forced. It cannot be something that a woman is forcing him to do. He has to do it himself. So I partially disagree with B. Simone, but another part of me agrees with B. Simone because, yeah, this is something that he needs to work on.
Yeah, she can help him as a friend if she has a psychology degree or something. But yeah, fine. That's great. Go for it. But that's all you're going to be for the rest of your lives. And he's going to pay you a lot of money. You might want to take that deal if that's what she was. But that's not what she is.
In himself, by himself, not while being connected to a woman, because he has the ability to break her. He has the ability to hurt her. And any woman that opens herself up to him, she is exposing herself to that.
Now, after marriage, we have that I don't know. I'm not condoning cheating in a marriage, but I've never been to that point yet.
And
yeah, exactly. LW breaks it down like this. He knows this. He just wants to keep her close and manipulate her. Exactly.
let's be honest. I'm not condoning cheating either. A lot of situations can be avoided from splitting by the patience of communication, by understanding like, man, listen, what is the deep-rooted issue? Maybe that man who's trying to find pleasure in other women, he has an issue with his mom. Here's my question for you. Why not heal that in your single phase before coming to a committed relationship? Right. So if you know you have those issues as a man, why am I not solely working on that before I bring it into a relationship? Right. I'm asking. Why wouldn't he? Yes, why wouldn't he? But why need help? Why need help? So let me help you as a friend. Right. Okay. I don't need to help you as your lover. Okay.
You can't help her. You can't help him. What? He's in his mid-30s? You can't do, there's nothing you can do for him. That's a ploy. And it's important that everybody sees this. If a man tells you to help him with his sex addiction or whatever addiction it might be, he's doing that to manipulate you. If he truly wants help, he'll go get help from a professional, because it will take professional help to fix that.
Let me be your friend, and platonic, you work on that, become whole, and then
she could say that all she wants, but at the end of the day, she's going to wake up in the same bed as him one night.
When you're ready to commit and be in a relationship, we can revisit.
Right.
And the reason why I
see, you can't. Good luck. Good luck, ma'am. Go ahead.
Disagree with B. Simone right here is because even if you try to be there as a friend, you try to help as a friend, you're still exposing yourself to being hurt emotionally. Women need to get in a better habit of protecting themselves emotionally. A lot of men out.
People that can help a man like him out are those who aren't emotionally involved with him or her. If it's a woman that needs a help, it's like, you might be concerned for their welfare, but you're not going to get all stressed out on them. You just want them to be okay. You're not, this woman is, she's just getting, she's literally helping Cam manipulate her.
Here are emotionally unavailable, so they're not thinking about protecting you emotionally when it comes to their actions because they're not connected to themselves in that way.
Because I don't think men.
Indiana Mom breaks it down like this. Once again, a black man blaming someone else for his problems. Bars. His mama, ex, auntie, girlfriend, wife, never himself. Bars.
Men are willing to do that for women. I don't think a woman could come to a man. That's a good point. In a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship and say, "I'm a great woman. I do all these great things. I have my own car, my own job. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. I cook, clean. I keep myself up. But I love you for you. But I love you for you. I can't stop fucking other guys."
Other men may.
Lucifer. Oh man, I can't even say it. Look at you.
I have never heard of a situation where a man has or would that wants to be in a monogamous relationship. Because I hear a lot about men wanting women to be patient with them, but I don't hear it the other way around.
Just to make things clear before I get into
Wait a minute. I heard something that was very, that slipped through the cracks, maybe. Listen close.
I have never heard of a situation where a man has or would that wants to be in a monogamous relationship. Because I hear a lot about men wanting women to be patient with them, but I don't hear it the other way around.
Just to make.
Oh. I hear a lot of situations where men want us as a woman. She wants their men are trying to be. Never mind. Let me just let her say it again.
Themselves in that way.
Because I don't think men are willing to do that for women. I don't think a woman could come to a man. That's a good point. In a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship and say, "I'm a great woman. I do all these great things. I have my own car, my own job. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. I cook, clean. I keep myself up. But I love you for you. But I love you for you. I can't stop fucking other guys."
Other men may accept that.
I have never heard of a situation where a man has or would that wants to be in a monogamous relationship. Because I hear a lot about men wanting women to be patient with them, but I don't hear it the other way around.
Just to make things clear before I get into this tweet, Cam Newton has 6 biological children and then he has 2 non-biological children. Cam Newton has 4 children with former girlfriend Kia Proctor. In 2019, Newton fathered a son with an IG model months before his 4th child with Proctor was born. Cam Newton is a part of the 54% of black men who will never marry. He should lead himself to some self-control.
A personal situation for me, my longtime girlfriend at the time, we had a family. And I made a mistake. I hurt her and I jeopardized our family at that time. And I had a child outside of our relationship. And coming from where I come from, being a person who
and a whole lot of sex outside your relationship. They forget that part. Now I think from what I heard, now the outside the relationship has 2 outside the relationship.
And nobody will ever speak on it, because we got a lot of people who are in high powers still make humanistic mistakes. And I can honestly say I made a humanistic mistake.
We heard about what the mistake theory is, and I agree with it. So the theory that I've seen is a lot of men downplay cheating and abuse, but then they exacerbate submission and women being masculine. You see how that works? With a little touch of 1 to 10. Can't use 7. Welcome, Nikki.
Another Twitter user wrote, "All that submission and a baby and not a wedding ring in sight." Woo.
I know. All that submission. If there's anything we can learn that is a gift from Cam Newton, is that no matter how submissive you are and how many babies you give that man, even without marriage, without a ring, he's still going to cheat. And he's going to expect you to accept that. You have to ask yourself, is the heartache in the pain worth the money, because if you do leave him and you are a black woman, let's face it, you ain't gonna get shit in comparison to what he put you through. You're not going to get shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it'll be more than like the average Joe, but you're not going to be. Look at it this way. Look who really super duper gets paid. It's usually when a black man gets a divorce and gets raked through the coals in the divorce. What color is his wife? It ain't black. Different colors, just not black. So that's why it's so funny and strange that the Black Manosphere, really, quite honestly, one of their biggest chunks of anger comes from divorce and child support. The funny thing is, it's usually and they make it a big mantra that, oh yeah, black women are taking all our money, when quite honestly, it's mostly everybody else. I guarantee you, if they showed us numbers, and I don't think they will dare to do this, they will show you that the minimal amount of Caucasian women that take money from child support will be times more, 5, 7, 10 times more than what black women get. But they don't tell you that shit. They don't tell you that shit. No, the Black Manosphere won't tell you that shit. They won't tell you that it's non-black women that put them across the coals. Across the coals. It's non-black women. And hey, by all means, the non-black women, they earn the money. I'm just saying the black women are getting ripped off. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Whoever you get, like we have Tiger, we have Dre, we have pretty much any self-hating black man that married, yeah. But what's funny is they try to hey, that's fine. If you want to complain about what a woman is getting for child support, please, and don't say no freaking, she's getting $300 a month and be mad about that. If you are, you're a lowlife. But what I'm saying is this: if you want to be upset because, somebody raked, Tiger Woods through the coast, fine, by all means. Just don't bring that kind of heat over to black women. Don't bring that kind of shitty ass heat over to black. They don't get that kind of money. In fact, I would say that more often than not, I would say that black women get less than they should, than more than they should, and more often than not. Let's look at child support for real quick. Okay, guy gets mad because he's paying a woman $400 a month for child support. There's 4 weeks in a month. So that's $100 a week to take care of your kid that many of you men rarely see. $100 a week. I can't think of any better deal in the world for taking care of a child. It costs, and some daycares are like $50, $60, $100 a day. That's how dumb you guys are. That's how dumb you are. If you're complaining about child support and you love your child, maybe you don't. I guarantee you, she's spending a lot more on the kid than you are. And she has to be there 24/7, except for the times that you take the child. You didn't count right, did you, fellas? Let me keep it going.
Another user said the way her content changed after meeting him is crazy. Never would have saw her being a third baby mama to a man with 7 kids ever.
I'm the type of person where I don't want you to hurt. I'd rather hurt because I've dealt with hurt and I know how to deal with hurt. But I don't want you. If I love you, I don't want you to feel that. I'll feel that because I know that. Do you feel like that's why
I
you're
can
so...
see that because really, quite honestly, at the end of the day, Cam Newton is an excellent manipulator. He knows what a condom is. Right?
outspoken now. Like my dad is very dominant and very alpha and very like, I need to leave a lasting impression. And instead of me looking for a man who was like that, I wanted to be like that. So it's similar to, I love that. Because you had a dad who had these qualities and like you were looking for qualities like your dad so that you could be like your mom. And this goes to me studying my person. I have an A+ in his studies because I just know him, you know? And then does he have an A+ in you? I think so. I mean,
She has no clue. She has no clue. Yep, him and Nick Cannon, straight up. Anyway, everybody, let's finish this off differently. I'm going to finish it off with this poem here. Keep chatting all you want. Here we go.
Hey, Dad. My 5th birthday party is coming up, and this year I think I'm getting an ice cream cake. Do you like ice cream cake? Well, I'll save you a slice. Love you, Brandon. Hey, Dad. My 10th birthday party is next week, and when I woke up this morning, the first thing Mom said was, "Dang, you look just like your daddy." Maybe that's why my reflection is so unfamiliar sometimes. Anyways, I really hope you can make it to the party this year. I miss you a lot. All right, well, I'll see you at the party. Hopefully. Sincerely, Brandon. Hey, Tyrone. I just turned 16 years old today, and about a week ago, I thought about inviting you to my birthday party this year because all the kids at school always ask, are you going to make it? And I always end up telling them that you're out of town. Now, Mama told me stop lying so much, but technically you are out of town, so I guess I wasn't really lying because what's a little half-truth when you've only ever known half your roots? But I'm tired of sticking up for you. I'm tired of all these sleepless nights. I'm tired of coming out with excuses for your absence. I'm tired of trying to reform my self-image into something that you would consider to be beautiful. I'm tired of trying to earn the title of being called your son as if it wasn't my birthright. So you know what, Dad, or Tyrone, whoever the hell you are, I'm done. Because all I ever wanted was for you to acknowledge my existence. But despite my persistence, I haven't even met resistance, just absence. And I hate the fact that I still want you here. But I'm done being caught in this delusion. The idea that you, a mirage, could alleviate my confusion. I don't need you. I never did. This is my last letter to you, Tyrone. Goodbye. Dear Tyrone, for 25 years I cried into pillow sheets wondering why you left me. Wondering what I could have done to have earned your love or how I pushed you so far away. Your absence like a flame found home in the kindling of my insecurities, and my mind became a wildfire. And as I ascended in age, my sorrow turned to rage because I wanted to move on, but I simply couldn't turn the page. Or I didn't want to. Because somehow being angry with you still made me feel close to you. And despite our lack of history, Tyrone, I've come to learn that pain, like secrets, can only control you if you hold them within. So I've laid down these woes at the altar of Christ just so I can tell you this. I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you so I can finally be free. No longer shackled to my misery because this situation is so much bigger than you and me. This right here is generational healing because I'm getting married soon. And I want our first chapter together to be started off on the right page with you by my side as I marry my bride. Because Tyrone, For the first time ever, I can honestly say, I love you. And I actually mean it. So will you be there for my biggest day ever? Sincerely, your son, Brandon. Hello? Hey, Tyrone. I got something I'd like to read to you.
Everybody have a good night.